So what do you have? What do you have? What do you do for your company?
So I'm an event planner. Technically, it's under the marketing department.
Okay.
And I work for a startup company.
Very cool.
Yeah.
How long have you been with this specific company?
A year and a half.
Okay.
It should be 2 years shortly.
How long did it take for your current benefits to kick in when you started?
I think 1 month.
Was it 1 month?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, cool. So
yeah, it was pretty fast.
Very cool. Now, what do you have currently with your employer?
I have Kaiser's HMO.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, this year you're changing because Kaiser is no longer offered, or because you want to try something different?
No, they're still offering it for the state of California, but I've been told that Kaiser isn't the best option.
Okay.
And I recently learned about the HSA savings account as an option, so I want to look into that and kind of learn more about it.
Okay, cool. Now, you had Kaiser for the last year.
I've had Kaiser most of my life, actually, so that's why I selected it at this current job.
Okay, and when you've had your own personal experience, not before you with your employer, so the last year, how was Kaiser? Like, well, what was good? What was bad? What did you like about it? What didn't you like about it? I'm trying to get to see why is it that you're given the option to leave Kaiser.
I like the convenient aspect of Kaiser. I get to go whenever I need to. I know the location. I'm familiar with it. The pharmacy is there. They have everything, all the different like facilities or just departments in the same building, which I like. What I don't like is the attention of the doctors. They just don't really answer my questions when I did feel ill.
Okay.
I felt like they really didn't care about me. I was just
there.
Yeah, I was just a patient.
Okay, they were just kind of moving you along. Okay, just curious. I just wanted to know. So now you want to do the HSA plan, right?
Yeah, correct.
Okay. Now you did tell me that your employer, and for those who don't know what an HSA plan is, it's a health savings account. You're able to take out funds pre-tax, put it on a credit card, and use that money to pay for your medical services. Most of the time, health savings account have a high deductible for her particular plan. Her deductible is $1,500 as an individual. And you said your employer gives you $500, right?
$500, yeah.
Okay, so that pretty much puts your deductible at $1,000. So your deductible is going to be $1,000. The first $500 your employer pays for. So for whatever it is, whether you go to the doctor for a medical condition, or if you go use it to buy, actually, like, glasses wouldn't apply to it because it only covers anything to do with medical. So I think you told me in the past that you want to use your health savings account money to pay for your contact lenses and your glasses, right? Mm-hmm. Okay.
I was told that it does.
It does. As far as you are able to put money into your health savings account to make those purchases, but it won't go towards your deductible.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah, that's a little different. So where is your vision benefits? Well, I think it's here. Vision. So your vision is 72 cents per
here's the
pay period. Was that it? Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm
the vision.
Take pictures. Because what I'm gonna end up doing is I'm gonna create like these pictures, like, and then we're talking over it, and then I'm like circle it like on the actual footage. So like they won't be like, we aren't like the main attraction. It's this, because this looks like Chinese.
Yeah.
Right. It's like, oh, it is.
It's a lot of information.
So all right, cool. So let's go through. Okay. So
I didn't know that. So when I have the $1,000 deductible, I have to pay that, right?
Mm-hmm.
If I go to the doctors, whatever cost I incur, it's out of pocket. And once I hit or pay up to $1,000, then at that point, I pay the like percentage that I actually have to.
Is $1,000 minus the $500 that you get from your employer.
Mm-hmm.
So once your deductible of $1,000 is met, the insurance company will pay 80%. But not everything applies to your deductible. So anything that has to do with preventative care, you don't pay for anything. So you go to the doctor, you pay $0. The only time your deductible actually kicks in is whenever you go see the doctor for anything due to a medical condition. Medical condition could be asthma, psoriasis, diabetes, high blood pressure. So if you make an appointment to the doctor and the main reason for seeing the doctor is to treat a medical condition or an illness, that's when this $1,000 or $1,500 deductible will apply. And then after that's met, then we pay the 80%. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Now for glasses, that's completely separate unless you're getting glasses for a medical condition, which is glaucoma. That's one of the common ones.
That's unlikely for me.
Oh, yeah, which is, it's not very common, but in that case, that's when the deductible, anything that has to do with purchases to treat that medical condition will be applied to that. So you have your vision benefits, which is right here. So when you put money into your health savings account, the health savings account will pay for this. The $10 copay for examinations, $25 for any type of material, and any type of frames and contact lenses, it will be applied to your, you can use your health savings account. So when you get your benefits or when you select your plan, you really want to go over the numbers. Now you said there was an EPO, right? EPO?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So the EPO, and you're leaning more towards a health savings account, right?
Well, sorta.
Okay.
I really don't know. That's why I'm asking for your help.
Okay, cool. So the EPO plan is $47.25. That's per semi-monthly. So that's you pay it every paycheck. It looks like.
Yeah.
This chart compares every paycheck.
Every paycheck.
So it's about a little under $5 more. So let's go over the EPO plan.
So I have a question.
Yeah.
Does that monthly deduction for my check go towards that $1,000?
Good question. No, unfortunately, it doesn't. So
there's like 3 different pockets.
Yes.
I'm essentially putting money in.
Correct.
I'm paying monthly.
Yeah, that's your premium.
And then when I go to the doctors,
That
outside of preventive care,
that goes to your deductible.
I have to pay for it. And then once I reach $1,000, anything else, I pay 20% since my company covers 80.
Or the insurance company covers 80.
Yeah.
And then that goes towards your out-of-pocket.
Wait, my company covers 80%, right?
Not your company. The
Monthly
insurance.
healthcare, yeah.
Yeah, your insurance company covers 80.
So I pay the remainder, 20.
Correct.
So then the third pocket would be the actual savings account.
Actually, the first payment is your deductible, is your premium. So you have to pay this first in order to get any coverage.
Mm-hmm.
So once you pay your premium, you now can use your health plans. Once you start using your health plan, before the insurance company pays for any type of doctor visit related to a medical condition, you first have to meet this deductible. Once you meet that deductible, your insurance company is going to pay 80%. So this is the second one. The third one is your co-insurance, which is this 20% right here. And that goes towards your out-of-pocket for the year. And your out-of-pocket with the HSA is $4,500. Not saying that you're going to spend that or you have to spend that, but that's the max.
That's the max that I would have to pay.
Correct.
But I don't really visit the doctor that often.
So then it really doesn't then it matter.
My question is like, what's the average cost to see a doctor because I feel like I have a stomach flu or like, I don't know, something not insignificant, but a smaller illness. I don't know. But something that's like not that extreme.
An average cost for a doctor visit is anywhere from about $120 to about $250.
Oh.
Yeah. So if you go to the doctor because you have the stomach flu, you sprained your ankle, you're looking at spending about an average about $150 to $250, and that will be applied to your $1,500 deductible. In reality, it's $1,000 because your employer pays the first $500. Now, if that were the case, you go to the doctor, the first $500 is paid for by your employer because they give you $500. Mm-hmm. So you wouldn't have to worry about that. It only would apply if it goes over the $500.
The $500.
So technically, if you really look at it, you get the first $500 covered. Anything after that, you're responsible for the $1,000. And then once you meet the $1,000, you only will pay 20% up to $4,500. Make sense?
Mm-hmm.
All right, cool. So you said you were looking at the EPO, right? Do you happen to have the EPO benefits? Because I have the PPO, Anthem Blue Cross PPO.
No, I think that's all they provided me.
Hold on. I think it's on the back. Oh, here it is. Cool.
I'm like, yeah, that's
I found it. Okay. So let's compare. You say we're looking at the HSA and the EPO, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, for what EPO stands for is Exclusive Provider Organization, meaning you could only work for, you only have coverage for doctors that are inside of Anthem's network. Now, Anthem is a pretty big company, and they have a lot of doctors, so you're more likely going to find a doctor that's in network. It is a little bit more expensive per month. It's $47.25. Like I said, just below $5. But check out the benefits. Your deductible is only $1,000, only $100 versus $1,500 minus the $500, so $1,000. Your co-insurance, they pay more. They pay 90%. Here they only pay 80%. Your copays are $15. Here you don't have a set copay because you have to meet your deductible first, and then it's 20%. Your out-of-pocket is only $3,500. It's $1,000 less. Hospitalization, you only pay for 10%. Labs, there's a copay of $15. Urgent care $15. Preventative $0. That's the same as this one. And then chiropractic, you have this. So you say you really don't use the doctor that much, right? Okay, but you want to use your health saving account for for your contact lenses and your glasses, right?
Yeah, because it's pre-tax.
Yes.
Which is ideal.
Correct.
I spend a lot on my contacts.
So that's where you kind of have to make that decision. And then at the end of the day, you break it down via the numbers because it is cheaper to have the health savings account. The only thing is that if you do get sick and you have to use it, then you're going to have to anticipate this. Now, once you have your health savings account, let's just say you do it for 2018, and you do it because you only want to do it so you can put money in there so you can buy your glasses and your contact lenses. And let's just say you put in quite a bit of money in there, and you want to just save it for the following year. Now, what you could do, because that money is your money, you could use that at any time, and if it's in there, you can use it for anything related to medical,
including dental.
Correct. So, if you want to play the game, this is what I'm thinking right now. Do the health saving account this year, and just hope and pray that you don't get sick. Get all your contact lenses and your glasses that you want, and then the following year, If you have any money left over in the health savings account, you can switch over to the EPO plan, so you still have the money to use in the health savings account for your glasses if you need to purchase them again. Does that make sense? Because from looking at the plan, for paying just maybe an extra $9.50, maybe 75 cents more a month, it's a lot easier to use the EPO plan because your deductible is drastically less. If you were to get sick, you would spend a whole lot less.
Yeah.
Like after taxes. That's just me. But if you want to do the whole thing with the contact lenses, then health savings account.
Yeah, sounds really complicated. Like, maybe I'll just stick with EPO. I know it's so hard because I don't really get sick. Like, I mean, I'm pretty healthy. I don't anticipate anything major happening. I hope not. Let me knock on wood, but.
So yeah, I mean,
yeah, that's just something I have to consider.
Do you at least understand it just a little better? Okay.
No, I understand it.
The EPO is very straightforward. You pay a little higher premium, and the numbers are really simple. Your deductible is a lot less. The insurance company pays a lot more. You got some flat copays. Your out of pocket is $1,000 less. So it's pretty simple, but you're paying an additional, let's say easy, $10 a month, expending an additional $120 a year.
So with EPO, I do understand that you could self-diagnose yourself.
Oh,
and
not self-diagnose.
Schedule an appointment with like a different doctor other than your primary doctor, which is a positive in this case.
Correct. Yeah. When you have an EPO, you can go directly to a dermatologist. You can go directly to a gynecologist. There's no referrals. You can also do it with a health savings account.
Oh, okay.
You can't do that with Kaiser and some HMOs.
Okay.
So yeah, you do have that flexibility. But with the EPO, you don't get the health savings account, so you don't get to take out pre-tax dollars to buy glasses and contacts.
Yeah, I know.
That's what sucks. That's the only
thing. Like, I just spent, I think, like $600 on contacts. And that's not including my glasses.
And is it, when you say glasses, is it just the frame? Or is that just the lens or the lens and the frame?
Both. I like to get new glasses.
Okay.
And then update my prescription on them.
Nice.
So it's the contacts, the daily contacts that I purchase every year. And then the frames. Okay. And then the prescription expense. It's definitely over $1,000.
Okay. So with the health savings account, you at least will be able to take that out pre-tax dollars. You're technically paying less in taxes when you do that because there's less income to tax. So you can take advantage of that.
And another thing I really like about HSA is I want to consider LASIK eye surgery in the future.
Okay.
So even if I save, obviously if I put in money into the savings account, I could utilize it in the future when I do make that choice.
You can, and kind of like what I was telling you.
And it's pre-taxed.
Yeah. So what you could do, go 100% and get the HSA this year, use all that money, and then just change it to the EPO plan, because you're still able to use that card to pay for these expenses. You just don't have access to it.
Yeah.
So you have options. I mean, the LASIK surgery, is that something you want to do this year?
No.
Maybe in a few years?
Perhaps in 2 or 3 years.
Okay. So you still have time. I mean, even if you don't have it, you can just save money for it regardless. And it would probably be better coverage with the EPO plan. But you just have to make sure that it's covered by your employer, because not all employers cover LASIK surgery.
Well, in my HSA document...
It says it?
It does. Switch it, maybe on the back. Okay. So it says HSA, it gives you the different medical, dental, and vision that it includes or accepts, and LASIK surgery is one of them.
Very nice.
So that's why I was like, maybe the HSA might be a better option for me. Only because I want to save money for it, and I'm 100% I will get in the future.
Okay.
I just don't know when.
Now,
whether it's like in a year or 2 years or 3 years.
Now, I don't think HSA is just an account.
True.
So.
Oh yeah, how does that work?
So it's a.
Wait, it says eligible HSA expense include.
So what you're able to use those funds for.
Which is ideal. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for.
So if you, what I was kind of,
referring.
You don't have to have an HSA account to be able to use the HSA to pay for
the
LASIK surgery.
Oh, EPO might cover? Really?
Mm-hmm. The health savings account is just what it is. It's
yeah,
health savings account.
Yeah.
So you have access to the health savings account.
Oh, I didn't know that. Mm-hmm. Wait, so let's look at the EPO. No, this is vision.
Oh, the EPO? I think it's on the other side.
No, maybe EPO.
Now, it also depends, like, your employer could have certain rules that...
Yeah, we'll have to find out.
Yeah, again, we'll look at it and we'll go over just to make sure. Your employer may say, all right, you can only use you have to use all of your health savings account for 2017. It doesn't roll over. That's common. I've heard.
It does roll over.
Yeah. Oh, so it does roll over. Okay.
Even if I leave the company and I go to a different company, it stays with me.
Oh, okay. So then perfect. Then you can use that.
It doesn't expire.
Cool.
That was one of the main questions I wanted because I don't know how long I'll be there, so.
Got it.
I want to make sure if I save money in there, I get to utilize. Yeah, I get to use that.
Yeah, I think if you're because of how it's designed, you should be able to use it. And who's the health savings account company? Did they tell you that? Because it's usually a company.
I do not know.
I think it's here. Oh, it's through. It just goes through Anthem Blue Cross.
Oh, okay.
They may use a subcontractor to manage it for you. I don't think they personally do it, but I know you'll be able to use it. But it'll be some other company. But so.
Well, this was really helpful. I think I might lean towards the HSA.
Okay.
And then switch for 2019 back to. I'll switch it to like the EPO.
Okay. Yeah, and get comfortable with the HSA. The HSA isn't a bad plan. It's just a high deductible. But if you don't use it, it doesn't really affect you that much anyways, because your employer is already giving you $500. For most young, healthy people, $500 is more than enough to cover any medical doctor visit that you have to attend because you may have gotten injured. And if you're going for preventative care, you're not being charged for anything anyways. So it's pretty good. Now, if as you get, sometimes people get older and they have a lot of medical expenses, the EPO plan is pretty solid too. So there's definitely some options.
I could see that.
So yeah, the HSA would probably be a good plan for you. So you have that, and so the EPO is also good, but if you go with HSA, you'll be able to kind of learn how it works a little bit more, because that's when you really learn, when you start using it. It's
kind of scary.
It is.
What if I made the wrong choice?
No, I mean, you can't go wrong. Like, you're gonna have coverage. It's gonna be less, per paycheck, and then you have the $500 that your employer gives you.
Yeah, which is really nice.
Yeah, which is common. That's actually a pretty good plan, for your employer. So that's pretty cool that they do that for you.
Yeah.
Not a lot of people do that. So, yeah.
I will. Thank you. Well, first of all.
No, you're welcome.
I'll think about it. I think about like 5 or 6 more days.
Okay.
To make the decision, but I feel more comfortable with it now.
Cool.
Knowing the different options and with both offer EPO versus the HSA, so I think I know enough to make a decision.
Sweet. Cool. All right, so that wraps up this. I hope you guys watching will learn from this as well. If you guys have any questions, feel free to get in contact with me, I'll leave a link on the bottom as long as my contact information in the description below. Alright guys, you guys have a good one.